I'm not really the biggest fan of the indie game scene. Not because I'm a AAA purist, but because I really don't like the way these games are conducted. Quite a lot of them prime themselves off of games of old, and that really rubs me the wrong way. That said, I do find indie titles interesting when they play around with original and unique ideas, though few ever get me drooling to want to play them. Those that do, however, I am desperate to play! And this year, I finally ticked this game off my gaming bucket list. And, oh, how I wanted to put this at number 1. Sorry, Dust. Oh, how I have longed to play this glorious gem of a game! If you have even so much as heard about this game, you probably know why it has reached such a high mark in this countdown. Because it is among the best Metroidvania titles ever! I'm not going to say anything about the story or the plot, mostly for spoiler reasons and that you should experience it for yourself. Though I will say that it is so well crafted and executed that it will bring even a tear to the driest of eyes. It's just amazing! I'll talk about the characters later. Don't worry about that yet. What I really want to talk about first of all is the presentation. This is not eye candy. This is Da Vinci illustrated as a video game. This game looks drop dead gorgeous. And I don't use drop dead often or lightly, so that says a lot about how this game looks. You can probably tell just by looking that this is an absolute masterpiece to behold. What's even more of a masterpiece is the soundtrack. It is such an amazing score that it captures each scene and each moment in the game perfectly. I mean, just listen to the theme that is playing right now and tell me that that isn't Beethoven quality. 2 historic artists in one segment? I'm sensing a pattern here. Wish I could describe the story as Jane Austen. Not historically accurate, unfortunately. Well, anyway, I guess I've expressed in such a short space of time what I think of the game's presentation aspect. The even shorter way of expressing it is to simply say, amazing! It's just wonderful! I could play this game just to look at it and listen to that soundtrack all day long, without a care in the world. Oh, sorry, I forgot. This is a video game, not an all-sensory arts installation. We need to talk about that gameplay! Remember what I said about Metroid and how it made me start to like the Metroidvania style of game? Dust made me realize that I have been going through nearly 20 years of gaming without having it in my life. It's exactly what I want! This is a hack and slash Metroidvania. The Metroidvania aspect pretty much speaks for itself. You play through the game, gain new powers, gradually get stronger, return to previous areas to find new secrets, complete side quests for characters, go off the beaten path. You know, the usual. But the hack and slash combat? This is something else! Dust only has so few attacks and combat powers at its disposal, most notable of which being the Dust Storm. It on its own single-handed turns this from every other 2D hack and slash into the most free-flowing and freestyle combat system in the subgenre I have ever seen! Linking together melee attacks, the Dust Storm, Fidget's projectile abilities, and pretty much everything else you have for combat means that you can create a near endless number of combinations in a fight! And trust me when I say that you will need to get the hang of fast-thinking combat skills if you're playing on hardcore. I should know. I played through the whole game first time out on that difficulty. Not to mention that the game rewards you for being a great player and keeping your combos high and efficient. The better you play, the faster you will level up, and the stronger you will be able to become in a shorter space of time. And then you have your own customization as to what you upgrade and make stronger on top of the gear you have. This is basically freestyling the game. You have an unlimited amount of options at your disposal, and you can choose how you play and how effective you are. And to think, I haven't even touched on the best thing in this game yet. The characters! I can't tell you how much every single character in this game is likable, except for the odd few, but there is something in almost every character to find fun and amusing, even lovable. But the main stars of this show are obviously going to be Dust and Fidget, and these pair make probably the best combination in any game ever. Well, Aside from Jack and Daxter, obviously. While Dust tries to take matters seriously, you have Fidget on the other hand who is just the opposite. But the chemistry between them is always fun to watch unfold and hilarious. And I might be showing my hand a little early, but stuff it. Fidget has to be my favorite video game character ever. For what reason? All of them! She takes the trope of being the annoying helper and shatters it into a million pieces. Then shatters those pieces into another million pieces. Almost literally on occasion. Not only is Fidget useful in combat, but her personality and wit and cowardice make her so lovably adorable and funny.
I'm not a cat, you dolt. I'm a Nimbat.
Is that what you're called? A Nimbat?
Yes, hello. My name's Fidget. Maybe we've met?
Dust, focus. Remember what you've learned thus far.
No! Mash the buttons! Do something!
I actually feel bad giving one of these ugly things to Smobomb, but here we go.
I'm not talking to you anymore.
You must know, in the event that the sword is summoned by its rightful owner, you are obligated to follow.
I may have skipped over that chapter. I hate caves. Our kind isn't meant to be underground. We should be soaring high in the wide open sky.
I thought you were afraid of heights.
Oh, hush.
I always get a smile when she opens her mouth, and that's the best thing I can ask from her. In fact, I get a smile every time I play this game. It's just so good. I love it. I knew I was going to love it from the second I laid eyes on it. I knew that this game was for me, and that it was going to be one of my absolute favorite games of all time. And you know what? It is! So why isn't it number one? Surely if I love a game this much and view it in such a high regard, it must be the best game I first played in 2017. Well, yeah, it is. But for as much as I love this game, there is one game that I loved just that little bit more.